Before you order the keyboard, there's some issues that you need to be aware of with the right half where the trackpad lives. I'm charging both halves of the keyboard to a full charge, and I disconnected them on January 1st, 2026 at 9:35 a.m. Guatemala time. The idea was to share in a video how long the battery lasts. I would hope that it would last, I don't know, several days, but to my surprise, I found something very unusual. On January 5th, 2026, at 6:30 a.m. Guatemala time, of course, approximately 3 days and 21 hours after, the right side, this one, where the trackpad is, appears to have 0% battery left. The left half is still right now around 50. Okay. You'll be able to see this on the screen. I'm not sure if it's going to focus it or if you're going to be able to see it there. But notice that only the left half shows there on the screen. So the right side where the trackpad is seems to be off because that's how it shows on the screen. But it still keeps working. I can use the right side, I can use the trackpad, and I'm not sure why. Does someone know why? Please let me know in the comments. But I'll see how far it goes and I'll keep you posted. I know that the recommended battery by Beekeeb is small, but I was not expecting this strange behavior. Now, also remember, this is the central side where the screen lives. So if there's a side that would drain faster, would be this specific side, not the right side. Now, to give you a better example, the Glove 80, the left side lasts around 15 days, and the right side lasts around 2 months minimum, from 2 to 3 months in theory. This is because the left side is the central one and it acts like a proxy for the other side. So, in other words, this side, the left one, manages the connection to the right side and also connects to the computer. So that's why the battery lasts less. So I reached out to Leo from Beekeeb, and here's what's going on. There's an issue related to the touchpad. It is drawing more battery because Beekeeb didn't put the side to deep sleep mode. They tried enabling that in the firmware, but after 10 seconds of inactivity, it causes a 2 to 3 second wake up delay, making the touchpad unresponsive during that time. But if you want to add this fix, you can modify the Cirque module. I'm going to leave the link in the video description for the GitHub repo. Now, the Cirque trackpad is now officially supported in CMK 0.4 beta, and this should fix the deep sleep issue. Leo also says that some users have reported freezing bugs with this beta version on Discord, so Beekeeb is gonna wait for the stable CMK 0.4 release. They're not gonna be using the beta right now before updating the Toucan firmware to support it. What do I need to do when the CMK firmware 0.4 is out? When that happens, Beekeeb is going to upgrade the keyboard firmware to support CMK 0.4. The updated firmware will be uploaded to the GitHub repo. So you can flash the precompiled firmware that is going to be available on the repo, or if you made changes to your GitHub repo already, like I did, you just need to merge the latest update and that's it. Now, in case that you don't know how to flash the firmware using a GitHub repo, I created this video. This was done yesterday. I explain everything in detail here. Would you recommend modifying the Cirque module in the meantime? I asked Beekeeb as well about this, and they recommend waiting for the latest firmware. There were some discussions in the CMK Discord, so people with a technical background can apply the fixes, but they recommend you to wait. Now, what about the issue of the low capacity battery? The recommended battery is 150 milliamp hour, but Beekeeb has a higher capacity battery on the way. It's a 200 milliamp hour battery. The model is 402030, and it has a compatible connector from Data Power that is also coming soon. The battery has arrived in Japan and is going to be available on Amazon Japan soon. Next, Leo said that it's going to be Canada. Possibly within a month. He's not 100% sure yet. And for other regions, it may take some time. What if you purchase a battery with the wrong polarity? Beekeeb does not recommend this, but if you do get one, you can fix it. All of the instructions can be found here on the website. Now, what am I personally going to do with the battery issues? On the right hand side, am I going to wait? Am I going to modify the Cirque module? What am I going to do? I think I'm just going to wait for ZMK 0.4 to be released and the new firmware to be updated. So I'm going to flash it. That should fix the issue with the battery on the right hand side. I'm also going to wait for the higher capacity battery. When it's available, I'm going to order it. And while these two things happen, I think I'm going to probably use the keyboard with this cable. This cable was not sold by Beekeeb, but I got this cable from Morego, which is where I bought the Glove 80 keyboard. It works with the Beekeeb keyboard with the Toucan just fine, so I think I'm going to have to use it. If you decide to use it with the cable, you will need to attach some rubber feet at the bottom. There's some round ones that are included. I'm not sure if they're included in the package or not, but you're going to understand why these are needed later on. Now, I also received a set of these round rubber feet that you can put at the bottom. I'm not sure if they come in the package or not. But let me read this from the website. This keyboard is designed to be as flat as possible. When the USB-C connector is used because of the cable, it is expected that the keyboard does not sit perfectly flat on the table. Most users use this as a wireless keyboard without an always connected USB-C cable, so this is not an issue. If you prefer the keyboard to stay flat while the USB-C cable is connected, attach taller rubber feet to the bottom case or use a magnetic tenting stand. So in other words, if you use the keyboard always connected with a cable and you don't attach the rubber feet, the connector will probably damage over time. So if you're gonna use it without a battery, I would recommend you to use the round rubber feet to raise it a little bit. Now, you don't even need to buy batteries or install batteries if you're gonna use it with a cable all the time. The way that I used the keyboard at first was with this cable. As you can see, it's connects to the computer on this side and it's split here and it has two ends, okay? So you can connect both halves with the same cable. I'm not sure if Beekeeb sells this cable. I purchased it when I got the Glove 80, and this is the way that I use the Glove 80. So this is the cable that I'm going to be using for both charging both halves and in case that I need to use the keyboard connected to the computer because it works with that cable. I was also able to flash the firmware on both halves of that Toucan. With that cable, it worked fine. There's something that you need to keep in mind as well. The battery is not included, so you have to purchase it on your own. This is the one that I got. Is EEMB 4-pack lithium polymer battery. 401730 is the code. This is the one that is recommended by Beekeeb. It's a little bit small based on what I read online, but I don't want to get a larger one just in case that it, swells. It could damage the keyboard. So I just wanted to go safe and got this one. And the nice thing is that this is a 4-pack, so I only use two. I have two a spare. How do you install the battery? The instructions can be found on the documentation. You'll be able to find all of it here, but I'm gonna show you in the video right now. This is gonna be sped up because it took me a little bit of time, but you'll get the idea watching the video. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you want to support the channel, you can also consider becoming a member. You don't have to. Just like the video, leave a comment down below. Remember that all of the different podcast episodes with guests are available in all the different audio platforms like Spotify and all of those. I hope you learned something out of this video. Hope it was useful. I'll see you in the next one.